recording. Okay. We're recording. You didn't know you were recording? So, I went out into the world today. It's Sunday. I went out into the world, and I don't normally do that, do I? So, I'm a grad student. It's the summer. I don't really have much going on. So, spend a lot of time Twitch streaming, doing this, twitching on stream. Anyway. So I'm going out in the world, going to brunch with my oldest, bestest friend. And I get there a little early. And first off, I picked the place, so obviously it's going to be kind of fucked up because every time I pick a place, a movie, anything, it's always fucked up. So I lost my train of thought for a second. So this place is a diner, like an old school 50s diner that is built into the side of like a factory. It's pretty dope. It would be pretty dope if it was in like a better part of town. If it was in like a more hip, dare I say gentrified part of town, it would have been cute. But no, it's a town full of assholes. So, weird parking situation. There's one spot in the lot I wanted to save for my friend. So I say, you know what, okay, I will park on the street. So I can definitely fit. To be honest, the guy that I parked behind, he definitely could have moved up a little bit. But anyway, I fit, and I'm sitting in the car. So it's not like I haven't left the car yet, so I'm sitting and waiting for her, and I'm there for a while, and the people that are in the car in front of me come out, and I'm okay, I'll see if they need me to back up. I'll back up for them, but I'm no, they have more than enough space. And now all of a sudden they're taking a long time. This is an old literally fucking boomer couple. They're taking a long time to back out. I'm what is going on? So, I'm looking at my phone, and then I just put my gaze up, not my head, and I can see that he's backing up and stopping. I'm is he trying to tap my car? So then I look in the rearview mirror, and he's looking at me he's little beady fucking eyes looking at me to see if I'm looking at him, because I think what he was going to do is he was going to tap my bumper to make me look at him. And then he took his stupid little wrinkly fist and flipped me off through his side mirror. He flipped me off through his side mirror. I was gobsmacked. I couldn't even do anything. I didn't get angry. I just I was is this happening right now? Mouth agape. Honestly, I was baffled. He did it twice. And I'm pretty sure he was hiding from his wife. And I was oh my God. I leave my house for 10 minutes for the first time in a week and a half, and I get flipped off by a fucking boomer. And then I'm oh my God, I'm texting my friend, I'm texting my boyfriend, my fiance, I'm texting everybody. Everyone's got to know about it, because, everyone has to know. And then I look up again, I make eye contact with this guy walking down the street. I'm oh boy. So I just whenever time I see a man, I try not to make eye contact. As a woman, any women know, don't make eye contact with men when you're alone, because that basically they take that as an invitation to come and harass you. So I glanced quickly, we made eye contact, and I was shit, fuck. So I go back to scrolling TikTok or whatever, and then I can see him in my peripheral. He had pulled up his entire shirt and was showing his chest and stomach to me. And those things happened concurrently. I was sentenced to be flipped off twice by a boomer, serve that sentence, and then immediately get flashed. Well, it was a PG-13 flash by a middle-aged Hispanic man. Guilty to serve both sentences back to back, however you call it, right one after another. And it's Sunday, it's the Lord's Day, so I'm asking myself, what have I done to deserve this kind of treatment? I mean, I've been playing Disco Elysium and watching Interview with the Vampire for like 4 days straight. What have I done? I don't know. So anyway, I'm telling you, man. What a day. What a day. Alright, let's get this water. And I got a lovely Dunkin' refresher. And that's the thing, you know. That made me not want to leave my house again for like a long time, honestly. I never ever. Like it literally the things that I went through today. Also, the diner food, mid as fuck. It wasn't even worth all that trouble. It wasn't worth it. And that was the worst thing. If I had like an orgasmic experience at this fucking diner, then that would be something else. I wouldn't even be telling you this story because I would have forgotten about it. But no, the booths were too small. Oh my god. Like literally the people that I came into direct contact with today made the people of Martinez just seem actually lovable and all right, let's just focus. This is a place where we can escape the humanity. That's what I mean. That when I mean humanity, I mean that guy that flashed me and the guy that flipped me off. I'm here playing this now to escape that. So let's fucking figure this murder out. Alright, so we're gonna go see which one was it? This? Which lorry? We gotta go into the lorry. The white one. This one? This is white. Let me see. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients of drugs into Revachol. Joyce said there are 3 drivers at the intersection. Talk to them. One of them must know something about the drug trade. So we talked to the cool guy, the poet. I don't think it's him. He's our boy. He's not him. Grandma, she's not. She's definitely not. And then the guy that's like peddling all those weird sunglasses and stuff, he ended up being the one that knew about drugs. Not really like knew the person that was that's smuggling drugs, but knew of her. He ended up so one of them I think ended up accidentally spilling that it's a woman. So now, and people seem kind of scared of her. So now we are gonna go search through her lorry that is somewhere around here. So that's what we're doing right now. Look at this though. Superstar Cop 6, Communist 7. We gotta get that. We can't, I don't know about that number. That's a little high. That is a little high. I think, yeah, it'll be in here. Which one would it be? This one? Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think you know when everything on your desk is like a couple centimeters or like an inch off and you can't function? That's where I'm at right now. I can't get like the perfect placement of my keyboard and my mouse. Oh, it's this one. Okay. I thought they said it was white. Anyway.
This screen found.
Oh, my dog's gonna bark. I gotta mute. No.
In the shadow of the ruins looming overhead, it's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm. dusty too.
Okay, I think we're in the clear with the dog barking. I'm sorry about that. Whew. Okay, how are we gonna get this
Use
thing
the
open?
pry bar to smash the window. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Alright, physical instrument. It's also almost nighttime. He said crowbar, right? Yeah. And let's see if we have anything for physical instrument, just in case, just to give us a little edge. Nope. I don't think my cough is that bad, so I don't know if I have to, like, mute. I need to organize this for a sec. Hold on, you guys. Put that there. Hold on. Do coat, shirts, pants, hats, gloves. No, it should be pants, shoes, gloves, hat, glasses. We'll keep the accessories down here. Doesn't that look nicer? Alright. And not much there. Oh yeah, we'll put our tools, separate the tools and the drugs, kids. Make sure you keep your tools and your drugs separated. Never get the drugs on the radio. Alright, let's go.
This screen found
28%!
pry bar in hand. You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web.
Kim, it won't open!
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
Window shatterproof. Shatterproof.
No,
We have
it's
to
not
shoot it.
shatterproof. Give me that.
There you go. Yeah, Kim, do it for me, Dad.
He smashes it into the window.
Yes!
Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
He has no faith in himself.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's
Oh shit, sorry,
Some
dog.
tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Okay, I think we're in the clear now. Alright, let's admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last
From
century.
the 20s!
One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Ingenue. What does that mean again? Let's look it up. An innocent or unsophisticated young woman, especially in a play or a film.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. The actresses and the rare actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Ooh, I gotta get in that toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Uland frequency system.
The Uland frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations in there. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
I want to get a shortwave radio. It just seems fun.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
How much is a short wave radio? I just saw that that meme where it's like, what's his name playing? He's playing something. What's his name? Y'all gonna know what I mean. Who's that streamer? Who's that Pokemon? Anyway, never mind. So how much is a shortwave radio? Oh, they're more expensive than I figured. Wow, over $100. Oh, or I can get a portable one at Radio Oddity. I'd probably want like a vintage one. Maybe I should, oh man, I found a video news why we need shortwave 2.0. Oh boy. I'm into it. I mean, it's going to end up being like this is going to be one of the only ways to communicate with other people when the World War III starts. I want like a vintage one. Okay, Lloyd solid state shortwave receiver. $74.99. And that one has a speaker with it. Without a speaker, I can get one for like $42. Ooh, one from the 30s, from the 80s. Hold on. That's beautiful. Ooh, 1958 Olympic radio model, 44.1 AM and shortwave. That's beautiful. There's some beautiful frickin' radios out there. Wow. Anyway, ooh, $499 Shell Fonte Blue Turquoise 1959 True Tone D2801 vacuum tube AM clock radio. What's a clock radio? You're just gonna get a clock radio from for $500 from the 50s. It does have that retro, like, I like to think of it as like, not Futurama, what am I thinking of? Not Fred Flintstone. The Jetsons, very Jetsons. Very Jetsons. I think the Jetsons did something to me seeing it that young, and that's why I really love the 50s, like swing music and stuff like that. Like, the Jetsons definitely did something to my brain. Okay. Is there anything we can do with the radio? Shortwave radio segment over.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable with the dial key.
I think I'm gonna have that be something I look out for at antique stores. Because I mean, like, anything over $100, I can talk down. So, and I'll record it so you can see my actual negotiation skills.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
That could be like a cute, like, IRL stream. Like, not even anytime soon, but strap something to my chest and then, like, take you guys to an antique store or something. That would be fun. Not that there's guys But, maybe if we get, maybe if I get a few followers, I can take you guys out somewhere. But that's all in the future.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? Another technique?
The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern of the driver's right boot sole. I was thinking that. Not a drummer, just like Kim said. They could be they could be a drummer or a driver.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Is it that Gardner lady? Women shake your head. Always up to something. Okay. All right. Misogynistic cop. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who is the missing eighth person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
This is good. I think the entire union is involved. Maybe even all of Martinez. Look around suspiciously. This is what Joyce told us, but I don't make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say. Are we finished with the read?
The moon stars are still smiling from wars. The wretches we are sitting at the top, facing the is in the air. Rodol's the old Rodol.
Great. I think we got everything. Take it before we reach the Joyce.
Absolutely. Anything you need.
All right. We've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think about this game?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive male language. I'm extremely intrigued by the research, particularly the general operation impact. It's such a mature testimony.
This needs its own finite. Not like that. Maybe and slice in it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold significance. Perhaps it's a better way to grab infinity while avoiding frequency bleed. Maybe it's used to get watching the ghost.
Listen in on your calls. Keep in your station. I'll worry about this.
And that will need it. Look at how the as Reggie was present lynching. This may be an impression.
The probe and the case converged. He thinks this was quite the find.
Oh, jeez. My dog, can we just hold for 1 sec? Sorry about that. So it turns out this is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammunition.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant.
Why did I ask that? Like, why did I ask that? Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. What's your letterboxd account name?
Unimportant.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than a ground of official investigation. Sometimes here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved. I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on another. That won't help anyone either.
Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
Great catching up with you. Quick save. Alright. Ugh, go see the Hardy Boys again. I'm sick of these. I'm sick of these motherfuckers. I do have to cough. Cough button. I think I'm gonna hypercut. Every time I've said have to cough. Ooh, I have to cough. Hey, officer, got a minute? Yeah, what's good?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who tell on her. But is she in trouble?
No trouble.
Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
I didn't lie. I said no trouble. She's going to be fine. And that's the truth, because there's no trouble right now. She's fine right now, right? So technically, that isn't a lie. And I need to feel guilty. So what's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Hunt's gonna be a musician. Spreck is on. I got a lot of free time on the road to hold my craft.
I gotta look at that. Term up. Hold on. Sprechgesang means speak singing. Speak singing in English. So, oh my god, the Swifties will cancel me before I even blow up. The Swifties will get me if I say what I was gonna say. Oh gosh.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahome.
Why Tommy Lehom?
Tommy Long was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
He's got a poet's mind. Poet's sensibility and poet's mind. You know, I thought this was a t-shirt. These are like tattoos. That's his shirt, right? Right here. And this is his skin. Yeah, I thought that was a t-shirt the whole time.
It's more him.
Alright.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Okay, hold on. Conceptualization. What do I got? Okay. Okay.
In the rain and a traffic jam, man.
Here we go.
What's on your mind?
He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. 72% chance. Let's go.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like,
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray. Know what I'm saying?
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
We're where graspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Yo, we should get into a rap battle. Diss tracks! We should write diss tracks for each other, dude!
Did you?
I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
Yeah, they're mine.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in that mirror, though, remember those words.
Ooh. Ooh, Inland Empire. Well, we gotta look in the mirror tomorrow morning or later tonight. Okay. Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. I've never... See, he's smoking. He's literally He said he didn't smoke. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we did it. I've never gotten to spit rhymes with him. That was great. That was really special. And I played this this is the 4th time? The 5th time? I don't know. Oh yeah, what did we need for this?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window.
Perception.
The hawthorn branches scrape the glass.
I'm gonna start making a list actually of like what we need to put what we need to put skills into. So I'm gonna make a list here. It's gonna say put skills into window behind Hardy Boys with a Z. Perception. Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay. Rhetoric as well. So, convince Titus he's being manipulated. Rhetoric. Alright. Guess what? I've connected you to the drug trade, Titus.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilo.
Damn. He got us there. He got us. Alright, I'll give him that. Alright, but 1 point. Okay, you're up 1.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
No. You got it, Kim.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runs on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
I'm stuck between 1, this is disgusting, you're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people, or 3, yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. I'm gonna go with being the first one. Let's look at the townie answer.
Who fucking who? People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Oh.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Oh, we're getting high. Should we try it now? We can retry. Let's do it again. Let's try. Let's fucking go!
Bad idea. Bring it home.
Ooh, I gotta delete it from my list.
You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
Why is this the only option? That's it then, case closed. We're going home.
Huh? He'll get it. Go.
Oh, I get it now. Write it down. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Ooh, because of some chick. Oh, that's the good one! Yeah, because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
Yo, listen, old man, I will fight you right now. Ooh! The player playing Harry is seething to fight an old man. Okay.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right? Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
Ooh, that's a good one. They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to
It
drinking.
wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
Oh, what was that?
It. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Oh, yeah, you think so? I'm not afraid of death. You can come get me right now.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Look at Kim first.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. push Angus. We're almost there.
Turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Why isn't Titus or Elizabeth saying anything?
Shut up, Angus.
Oh, he was dead before you hung him? Hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
when like when there's like voice actors doing that kind of stuff, I always think about like how fun, like, is it fun or is it grueling? It must suck on like your throat and stuff, but like the days where you go into the studio and you have to do like all the noises that the character does, I think that would be fun in the booth, just going or yeah, you know.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
Angie was my grandmother's nickname.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Oh, look, it looks like he's sweating more. Was he always this shiny, his portrait? I don't know.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Oh my god.
Now it's all pointless.
Hey.
You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you.
Lizzie, we do not fat shame no matter what. Come on now.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evelyn.
Are you gonna go cry to Daddy?
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Okay.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Whisper, Kim, we did it. So you didn't kill him, he was already dead?
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
So there was a wound. You should try looking for it one more time before you send the body away.
Thank goodness that corpse is still decomposing on the ground behind the whirling in rags, because I was thinking of sending it away after we had, like, the last time we played, we had talked to Klasia, and I felt bad because she has to look out and see the bloated, decomposing corpse of someone she seemingly loved. And it made me feel bad. I almost went down and just, like, had Kim take it away immediately. And I'm glad I didn't do that, because we can really find the cause of death now.
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Klasia came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know. Not in a fun way.
Does gurning mean like when you kind of like chew your jaw, like, you know, when you're like on ecstasy? Is that what that is? Let's see. A facial expression that involves intentionally distorting your face by jutting your lower jaw forward and I'm doing it as I doing it as I'm talking about. Over and sometimes covering your upper lip with your lower jaw. Okay, on Google it says 5 bizarre historic leisure activities to try with friends, from gurning to stereoscopy. Read the bumps on your head phrenology. Okay, I'm saving that for later. We're saving that to read later.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
You know what's weird that I like about the dynamics between the people in the Whirling in Rags is there's like obviously this like kind of there's a sense of community, and like Klasia, she's been there for a while. Like she's been there for what, over 6 months. She's lived here for 6 months, but she's not a townie. She's not a local. And I like the fact that this like, even though like, you know, I'm a cop and all that stuff, it's nice that there's this like presence here where she knew if some shit went down, I have someone to turn to, because oftentimes people don't, you know. And that's the thing too, like I'm kind of split because obviously I'm here now investigating a murder and trying to enforce the law, but there hasn't been a presence here for so long, so the townies had to kind of come together and be their own police force. And it's almost like I can't really blame them for that, because I can't blame them for taking law into their own hands when there hasn't been any law enforced, you know? It's like, what do you honestly expect people to do? But I'm glad that, like, you know, these guys, you know, they see someone starting to act shitty at the bar, you know, grabbing girls, all doing this shit, that they will intervene. So I think it's good that there's, like, that kind of... The girls had someone to turn to. Because, I mean, it would have been even worse. We would have been probably, you know, investigating... You know, say the Hardy Boys weren't a presence here, we would, Kim and I would instead be investigating a, you know, double homicide of women. Yeah? And that's sad. Anyway, I digress. How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario, only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
I'm saying.
You don't get to talk yet, Chinky. You're still on the bench.
Yeah, Stinky.
You keep taking it easy, too. Yes.
Seriously, I'm not trying to call an ambulance. Where is the closest hospital? That's another thing. There's like no... There's no doctor. There's no veterinarian. Like, it's not like in Trailer Park Boys where you could go to Sam Blasco and, you know, get your ass sewn up when your daughter shoots you in the ass. There's not even a veterinarian. So when people get sick, when people get injured, where do they go? Where do they go? And there's like obviously not a lot of cars and stuff. Like, you're just fucked. You're fucked. It's a really sad... It's a very sad place. It's a very sad setting. And it's like, it reminds me of like small town America and that kind of thing. And it's just sad.
We went upstairs. Sure as day the murder was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. That fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Bullet hole through the window. When we were up in Klasia's apartment, we saw that the window had been recently replaced.
He means they've been fucking.
Yeah, he loves her. Klasia was in love with the deceased, seemingly. And I believe Titus, there was some jealousy with that.
Tips patched the window, and the corpse we hang.
Okay, if Claudia didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
What kind of shit are you talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There were people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
And who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the Moorland turn. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on another?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
I like that. It's a Martinez thing. I gotta put that in my notes. Sorry. I'm gonna put that in my notes. That's really beautiful. It's a Martinez thing you wouldn't understand. Alright, so who's Tibbs?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
So whose idea was it to hang him?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Oh yeah, who was the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
She must be the drug trafficker.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Alright, understood. Tell me anything about her name, location.
Nope.
Of course.
It's Claudia you to talk to.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up to them. Either hers or his.
Oh, so it could be that the hit, or whatever it was, the bullet, could have been meant for Claudia. Huh.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Claudia.
Yeah.
Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Oh, right. And you had ideas about his past, too.
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Grinnell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Honey, you really think I want to be here right now talking to you? Sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Husbands! I'm gonna take a screenshot of just him saying that. Oh. Hold on a sec. I'm still learning how to use a computer. Oh, gosh. You found the rare snort. This PC, picture screenshots, new folder, Disco, Elysium, screenshots. Put it there. Put her there. Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time. Okay, so here's the thing. That's a lie.
Hey, cop. before you go.
Is he gonna sock me one? Is he gonna sock me one? What is that? What am I in the 60s? Is he gonna sock me one?
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Clausen, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
Still, after all this headache,
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of rooms. Some cargo containers.
Oh no. Now I'm on a... Now I'm gonna start taking a bunch of screenshots. Sorry, okay?
We'll take that into account.
Okay, so we're not gonna go talk to her yet because I'm supposed to talk to her later tonight alone. After the LT goes to bed. And then we have to go see the smoker. After 2100. Alright, it's a little late. Alright. So we're gonna go talk to Joyce again. I don't need to be carrying this this crowbar. I also don't need to be carrying this bag either. Okay, so it's still fucking light out, dude. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna talk to Joyce, and hopefully by then it won't be 2100 at all, but hopefully it'll be closer to when we can talk to the smoker on the balcony. After we talk to the smoker on the balcony, we'll drop LT off at home and then go talk to Kostya alone, have the final interrogation, just her and us, Harry, without Kim there. I think that would be the smartest thing to do.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
she's trying to conceal her excitement. But the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours. Exactly. But what?
Hold on, you seem anxious to know. Why is that?
I've kept my eye on the camionneurs. Even tried to get to know one. It's a mystery I'm already invested in. Which one of them, if any, could organize such a complex operation?
There'll be an investigation, that's all I can say. I'm not gonna give her shit.
Okay. I thank you for sharing that much with me. My employer thanks you as well. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
That's what I taste like. What's this about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
My pussy tastes like iron and strawberries.
Since you are sharing that, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Oh, I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Was the deceased the one that was supposed to be your security detail?
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allows some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
She's literally talking about the case. Oh my god. Okay, so he is a colonel?
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Oh wait, do we know that she knows? I don't. Was it? I don't. Was.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
So he was security detail for Wild Pines.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
So the Hardy Boys?
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not disco. I'm gonna say it.
It is very far from disco.
Say 7
My
deranged
only hope is that I
superstar
provide
lines.
a single
Yes!
concrete
Bitch.
suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
This is a huge mess.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Damn, girl, what are you trying to start a fight with me? You want to start fighting?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Oh, well, what did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us. Still, to your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the Colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one that was hanged, do you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice, but she had sympathy for this man.
And his name was?
Lely.
Lely, it was him.
Nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lely, anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. And Glacier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury.
Oh.
That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
What can you tell me about the colonel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorentz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The
Johnson &
operations
Johnson.
concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company and tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually.
Ooh.
When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scat leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
He's too buff and big and burly, but we mentioned that before. He was very, very large and seemingly out of place.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the Lawrence brothers.
One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader. Oh, I remember Kim saying, like, why, like, when we were when we were watching over the gate for Measurehead, when Measurehead went to go and take down the body for us, I remember Kim yelling down to the guy, "Why are you wearing clothes 2 sizes too small?" So it's gotta be him.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a border keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
So one is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout. They're in that fucking apartment complex we can't get into.
Would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
Shortwave, you say?
I hope I can answer it better.
Oh my god. I hope I don't become one of those shortwave radio nerds. And I'm laughing because I definitely could. I definitely would. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start. Truthfully,
I mean, damn.
don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
Well, they're not as good of detectives as me and my wife are, so I don't think they're going to be here anytime soon.
They don't report their progress to you.
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
Yes.
Oops.
Since
Then we're
Sorry.
on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Alright, that's enough.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
it was taken with a trigger not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Alright, we're gonna observe her expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish.
And she knows we're
The
watching.
curls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excessive emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's like
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Redefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnese Islands, then this,
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Redefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
the old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
Nice one. Someone's got his detective cap on.
I can't. This man was no sailor. And these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Grenell, he writes in one.
Oh.
Then The man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
Oh, this man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Yeah, I'm a detective.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
I wish I didn't have the deep desire to wade into the mob, but I do.
We will be careful.
Alright, that's all.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No? Thanks so much. Alright, so I made a note here. We're going to level up. And I made a note here. Perception. I want to put it into perception to try to figure out what the hell is behind that door, the window. Look at this, was long. This list from Monday was long. And now it's not so long. Check it on Cindy.
Hello again, officer.
Nothing to say. Oh, sometimes I forget that I'm playing like the same day when I go off stream and record. I forget that like I had already done this today.
Nothing to see here.
Do big ass wall conceptualization. Yeah, we have a little bit of time. Let's see, what can we do? Let's look through this here. Alright. Get a reality lowdown. Sing karaoke, we haven't found a type. We can't get into the secret passage. We're not setting the body. Oh! We can go look at the body for the bullet wound. Let's do that. Oh, rainbow. Alright, let's see here. How bad is it?
The man is decomposing visibly now.
Shit.
Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright. Very high. Let's go for it.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
Ugh. You know, I've been reading, for some reason, I'm very much like someone who loves to read Wikipedia pages. If I didn't grow up with the internet, I probably would have been the kid that would want a dictionary set or a thesaurus set. But anyway, so I've been researching a lot about cannibalism, and I was reading cannibalism in Africa and how like it's been in my head a lot that even well into the 21st century, I'm talking like, well, the 20th century, like the 60s, like people in certain parts of the world of the continent prefer human meat over animal meat. It's just ridiculous. So when I'm playing this and I cold, slippery flesh and all that stuff, it's just like bleh, it's making me bleh, because I've been reading about flesh and stuff. And all right, here we go.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Put your fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate. You see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear dark.
This is it.
Keep going.
Kuno nods, too, and takes a step closer.
Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The human body is fucking disgusting.
What the fuck is happening?
Don't worry about it. I'm doing police business.
Oh shit, see?
Feel around.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. The bullet has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous.
Oh, I hate that word.
The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
The cavity is here, cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Kuno's voice is hushed. Kuno's voice is hushed? For the first time ever? Oh my gosh, all thanks to me.
Quivering with awe.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. This must be the bullet.
Fish it out. No!
You push your hand further in. The bullet keeps rolling between your fingers as you beckon it to come out.
A little help?
Out comes his small folding knife. The lieutenant moves its blade across the man's skull, searching for the exit wound.
There. Nod toward the protrusion.
Withdraw your hand 4 centimeters, please.
Oh, yeah.
Kuno, shut the fuck up!
With a crack, he punches the knife in the skull. Then, one more time, and one more, until the bone comes loose, like eggshell. Inside, you feel the jello move from his poking. The bullet is still under your finger.
Can you push it out?
Push.
A fractured piece of lead, like a flower, blossoms from the man's head, followed by your finger.
Beautiful.
A bullet. A non-calibre. Rifled. You may remove your hand from the victim's head now, officer. Well done.
I'm literally standing, but thank you.
Here is your prize. Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth.
So, do we think he had the gun in his mouth? Oh wait, no. We know it was from a building. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Okay, don't say sounds like heaven because that makes people concerned. We don't want to get people concerned. So we'll go correct.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3, ligament mark. Treatment. It's obvious the Hardy Boys tampered with it.
We should have known.
I had my doubts. There were no signs of a struggle on his hands. No claw marks on his neck. But still.
His brow furrows while his eyes glaze over. The lieutenant looks regretful for not figuring this out before.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rise should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
So what happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case.
Well, it's a good
Send
thing
to personal matter.
it's late.
Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Oh, we need to screenshot that one. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the yard. Far away, dogs are barking. Further yet, the sound of motor traffic. Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until
Till tomorrow morning.
morning.
Alright, yeah,
Alright.
go for it.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands. I'll take the legs.
You got it. Oh, it's auto-saving, thank goodness. Wow, let's look at the bullet.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
Let's feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
What do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Eat it? Find the gun that shot it? Sell it for profit? It is my friend. I'm gonna start talking to it. It will keep me company. Kim has been gone for like 30 seconds. Hasn't even made it to the highway yet. And this is where we're at? Find the gun that shot it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy.
Yes.
Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Nito.
Anito Trito. Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. Far away, Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanina. He is not here examining the bullet with you. He should be. He would find this very intriguing. Mention it to him later when he's here.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright, let's go talk to Klausya. Oh, perception.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches.
We're at slate. And we're not wearing anything for perception, are we? Conceptualization. Yeah, that's gonna be a while, I think. That will be a bit. Alright, I do have to... What am I wearing? Hold on a second, what? Oh, I thought I had a bare chest on. Okay. I'm gonna take a break to whiz-waz. I'm gonna go whiz-waz. I shall return. Okay, I'm back here. I just gotta refill my drinky poos. You know, I never thought, like, streaming was so, I don't know, tough on the, like, the voice and the throat. Like, I'll talk all day long. I mean, I talk to myself. I have a maladaptive daydreaming. So I'm talking anyway, like, to myself and, like, out loud. And, like, I'm never thirsty. And I mean, sometimes it's like, but, like, I'm going so hard, going so fast. And it's just, I'm surprised at how much, like, liquids I drink. Which I guess it's good. So streaming is also making me drink more water, so another plus. So I'm drinking, let's see, Minute Maid fruit punch into the Dunkin' Donuts cup. I drank the whole refresher. Was there some vodka in it? Maybe. I love fruit punch, like, I don't care. I love fruit punch, I love lemonade. Yeah, anyway, and then I have my Troy and Abed in the morning mug. And I have a whole pitcher of pure water, like a water, a filtered water pitcher that I just have next to my desk because of how much fucking liquid I need. Glug, glug, glug. I don't know, man. Stay hydrated, kids. Especially when you're playing games and, you know, doing your escaping. Make sure you have snacks and drink your water because it's easy to get zoned in, you know. Try to take care of yourself. I have executive dysfunction as well, so I'm a mess, but I try to at least drink water. If I don't eat, at least I'm trying to drink water. So let me try this. So it's Minute Maid and a little bit of vodka. Ooh, Lord. No, it's good. Okay. Alright, so let's try it.
A ceiling height. There's a yellow.
Yes! Today's our day.
Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
I just gotta take it off of my list.
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find.
Oh, that's another thing. I like always think about like memory and stuff. Like I have a pretty piss poor memory. I think just from like being a stoner and also having like the mental illnesses that I have and like the medications I'm on and stuff. I have a really bad memory, so I do have to make lists. So I will often be making lists just to keep me on track. So it's just one of those things that I need to do to just it's a little bit. Just something I need to do to keep myself on track and remind me. So I don't, you know, I do the same thing with Persona, like especially with Persona 5 Royal. Specifically, I had to make a lot of lists. I had like a notebook dedicated to it because I just couldn't remember everything. And yeah, I want to say, you know, it's okay if you don't remember everything. Just don't be afraid to kind of fill in the blanks and make it easier for yourself. Like there are, you know, use your resources, use anything to help you. So I'm not going to feel bad about making lists and having to do things. because that's just how I need to do it. And I think, like, when I was a kid, like, not being able to do it right and do it right the first time, and I don't know. I don't even want to get into it. Just never being able to, like, utilize things, you know? Like, counting on your fingers is a good example. Like, why was I yelled at when I was younger for counting on my fingers? Like, that helps me. Why is doing something that helps me as an individual something bad or something that I shouldn't be doing? So anyway, I digress.
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Sure.
Oh,
Someone's hid a key in the bush. Give me the key.
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
All right, get out of the
I
way.
don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table.
My man.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Okay.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
I wonder what doors this is open.
That's an older building. Who knows?
The shrug is disingenuous. He's intrigued, if only for a moment.
Alright. I'm not gonna ask, does anyone know why the key is, because they're gonna fucking tell me. So let's go see Claudia. I'm not gonna try to use the key at the back door. Oh my god. The back blue door. Without Kim here, because I feel like I know that he doesn't act like he's having fun with me, but I know for a fact I know he's having fun, so I'm not gonna go in there without him. Should I take the drugs now? Ooh, what's this? You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. There it is. The orange sun wearing blister pack feels like gold.
Okay, I'm sorry. I took the speed. I don't know if I ever am going to have to use it, but I don't want it. I don't want the children to find it. Okay. Who knows if what's going on? Who knows if I'm going to use it? I don't know, but I took it. Oh, wait. We need to look cool. We need to look cool for her. Hold on. What should we wear? Take the jacket off. Oh. Take the gloves off. Oh, I look at... I don't know. Disco ass jacket. Let's put the disco ass jacket on. There we go. We just look like a middle-aged.
Always good to see
Never
you.
mind.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Okay, let's just go... I don't think I have anything for volition. Hold on. Let me just make sure. This music right now reminds me of this band called the Antlers. With the horns and stuff. They kind of got me through a shitload of shit. And, yeah, it's making me a little nostalgic being up here. In the snow and with the sad music and the way the light hits over here. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my God. I'm going to start crying.
Something in her demeanor
All
has
right.
changed.
So what's about...
She's
let's ask her about Sunday
consigned
night.
to her.
Yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you were a police officer.
It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
So it's not really a band, I don't think. I just wanted to know. I just love the oh, these creators have made such a dense universe. I love it. Anyway, it mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself is very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand when you were singing on top of it.
I mean, I don't get drunk and like destroy hotel rooms or anything, but the whole kind of like being alone, getting drunk, mourning, listening to songs, and then you kind of go down in the spiral. And I just did it a couple nights ago. Like, you start with something cute, and then all of a sudden you're 20 songs deep into your depression playlist, and you know, howling like a boar. Howling like a wounded boar. I feel so very close to Harry as a character. Like, just grieving. I feel like he's grieving and doesn't know where to put it. And I feel that way. Maybe I'm just projecting myself onto him, but it's hard. Especially when you feel like you've been the reason for things being the way they are. I'm on the rooftop of the Whirling in Rags, and I'm sobbing. I'm gonna write that down for the name of a future stream. I'm on the rooftop of the Whirling in Rags, and I'm oogly goo. Sorry, okay. Let's get fun. Come on. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? I'm not gonna say that. Then what happened?
Then we started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Taking a screenshot. Bear with me.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
You sent us on the runaround.
I know. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. For all of this, for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
Oh, I loved this. I gotta take a screen. No, I'm getting distracted by this taking the screenshots. Fuck it. That's my life. I'm gonna take the screenshots. I love that the rhetoric and volition are talking to each other. I think that's the first, pardon me, the first time that, you know, parts of the brain, the parts of the body have, you know, directly interacted, unless I haven't been paying attention, which could be possible. Why did you waste my time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Not of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
Hold on here. The Hardy Boys are not the law. I am.
I know that. But the people around here, they don't see it that way. And if I am to stay here, I need to get along with them.
Okay.
I sense you're being sarcastic. Okay. The thing is, you're on the payroll of the Moralist International.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at her for, like I said before when we were talking to the Hardy Boys, like, I'm not gonna get mad at her for going to the people that are putting this shit, the shit that's going on in this town in order. I'm not gonna get mad at her for going to them when it's not like you can call 911 and someone's gonna be fucking down here to help you, you know? So I can definitely not blame her for that. That's, I think that's where I think it's a difficult case and a difficult game, because you kind of, there's this, you're a detective being a presence in a place that has never had that, or hasn't had it in a long time, you know? So you can't just come in and, you know, swinging your dick around, being like, follow the rules, follow the laws, like, I'm the law, you know?
You share
that was an
database
accident.
with them. You send people to their courts.
So what did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if I find you?
They will kill me, officer. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Well, what happened here? Tell me straight. Tell me honest. What happened?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Oh my god, she 100% blames herself for his death. I think no matter what, she's always gonna think that that bullet was for her.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
You were not mentioning that. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There.
She points at the window.
He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, knocked his crane, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time is this?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know exactly. Around midnight.
And were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. You've done line, plus other things. I was drinking.
This doesn't fit with the testimony of Takasaki. He said she was higher than usual.
Hold on. Hold on.